Okay.
All right. So here we go, man. First one.
All right. MonsterKid Media.
It's good for the soul. You had the double chin, man. You got it. Yeah, there you go.
Every time I open my fucking cell phone. God damn. Who is that guy?
So what's up, man?
What's up?
It's our first
media. We're getting off the ground.
First podcast. This guy over here has been sending out videos for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I went viral.
But you went viral? Is that what is viral? What, 300 views plus? Is that?
I mean, like one of my videos got I think 10 views.
Oh!
They were all from my mom, I think.
You up to 10 subscribers yet? I saw 9.
Actually, it was 9, I think, and I'm sure it's all people at work just making fun of my videos. So,
when do they see this one?
Oh, I can't wait. They will call me into the room and be like, "What the fuck is this?" And it's just like, I don't know what to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Shit that I like. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, right. Or keep watching it because you need
Give
your
me those views. I don't give a fuck. So, what are we doing here?
I don't know, man. How about we introduce ourselves while we're doing what we're doing, man? I'm Mike, by the way.
Why are we doing this? What's your name?
Because we're two nerds from the 80s and we like horror movies and nostalgic stuff. So
yeah, what's your name?
Mike.
MonsterKid Mike, and I'm MonsterKid Matt. And we're just gonna talk about shit that we like, and you can watch it if you want or don't. We don't really care.
So the brainchild behind all this is you. And
I have how about you? Yeah. You have the looks, I have the brains.
Yeah. So how about you tell everybody about yourself and what got you into this?
Well, I mean, growing up in the 80s, that's all we had was, like most kids watch cartoons, G.I. Joe and Transformers, but I was watching like Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween and Phantasm and The Exorcist. So that's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
But as you get older, or at least as I get older, I kind of hold on to the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
Toys that I couldn't have when I was a kid, I want to buy them now.
Right.
Or toys that I had when I was a kid that my mom threw away, I'm rebuying them.
Oh.
So, I mean, that's like, look, all these VHS tapes.
Yep.
I don't care about Netflix. I want to watch tapes.
You've held on to a lot of stuff, more than the average person. Like I don't have anything from. Well, I have a couple things, but oh man, talking about stuff being thrown away when you're a kid, man.
I don't know if you're calling me a hoarder right now.
I'm not calling you a hoarder. But I think that G.I. Joe aircraft carrier would look real nice in my living room right now.
Oh yeah,
that's my coffee table.
I remember like when things started switching over to digital. You have always been like on the cusp. You would always like get the next thing. You were onto something with the DVDs. I really love the special features, like when DVDs came out.
Yeah, 97.
What's up?
97. I got that Toshiba from Best Buy.
Yeah. Wasn't sold on Laserdiscs. Laserdiscs were a little too big.
Yep.
But I will buy Laserdiscs if it's from a film that I really love.
Yeah, for the artwork, for sure.
But I remember like when you started like throwing all your shit away. I'm like, hold on a sec. So I still have like your old Samsung, I think it's Samsung, that big ass stereo. That's in my garage. The Iowa, yeah. With the
I wasn't really throwing it away. I was making sure that it was going to a loving home. That's all.
It sounds like you were throwing it away.
No, no, never.
Let's just give it to the Matt Museum.
Do you use it? I should have given
No,
you my Trinitron.
no, I don't actually. I used it for a really long time. Like I used it as my home stereo system,
Hmm.
and then a buddy came over and he was like, what are you doing? Like this broke ass cassette player.
Yeah, the one side was broken. I
So I
remember that.
do actually. I want to. It's still broken. I want to use it in the I want to set up a Dunes Cantina. That's a Phantasm reference. At the house, I've got a building in the back of the property. I kind of want to turn into that building, and I'll use it in there eventually. So
You should do a step by step with that
what?
from beginning to end.
Oh, like a video?
Yeah, like what it looks like now compared to what you want it to look like.
I got a couple other projects I need to finish before I get on that. So tell me about yourself.
About me?
Tell me
Oh
about
man.
you.
Well, you would say I defected. Is that a word when you leave a place?
You're defective.
I defected from Ohio in 2003 to
Yeah.
move down to Florida. You didn't disown me, so that's good.
No, I remember when you left. It was a sad
Yep.
day.
I've almost lived down here longer than I lived in Ohio, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Um,
Yep.
I think this is going to be a good way to like just kind of keep in contact and stay creative with each other.
Yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, that's why we want to do this, and we talked about that, and get some fun banter going on as well. You
Yeah,
know, and I think that like we've always done it, um, but even just putting it down like this for us to go back, because we've had so many conversations and it's like, man, what did you say about this? And then we forget and all that kind of stuff. So I think it actually started us really talking about it. And I could be wrong, but I know we talked about it for a while. But then I remember we watched Monster Squad. And again, this is probably something you don't really remember, but then I remember that when after you watched it, you were like, man, because you never watched Monster Squad back in the 80s because you were too busy getting your mind destroyed by
by horror
by
films.
laughter films. And I'm like, dude, you got to check out Monster Squad. You're like, yeah, whatever. So you told me like you always thought it was like that's just that's a kid horror movie, right?
Yeah,
And I mean, in a way, it is. It's not,
yeah. I looked at it like I didn't really know,
mhm,
but I thought of it as it's probably like a Goonies horror.
mhm.
Know what I mean? But
I
I was
mean,
like, at that point, I was so into to horror.
yeah,
But
you'd
I
already,
remember watching that and thinking, "Fuck, I wish I would have watched this when I was a kid."
yeah, yeah.
Because when I
But look
watched
at
it as an adult, I had no nostalgia connected.
right, it is different when you're an adult for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's kind of what happens when I watch because I mean, you've watched an infinite amount more than of movies than I have as far as the horror genre goes. I mean, I've watched my
horror
fair
movie.
share,
Yeah.
but I remember I never watched Phantasm, and I watched it a couple of years ago, and I'm like watching, like this dude loves this movie. I mean,
Love that movie.
I know.
Love
I'm
it.
like, this is the cheesiest shit I've ever seen.
It's
But again, but
listen.
again, but again, I enjoyed it because I love like cheesy B horror movies, right?
Yeah,
So, and all you have to have, and we've
I
talked
don't
about
think
this.
I want to continue this conversation
I
with
know
you.
you don't, because I know you don't want to continue this conversation.
I just like you went from a 10 down to about a 2 with that comment.
Oh, stop, stop!
So
It can't.
I don't
A
know how
cheap,
that movie would be as an adult watching it. Um, I mean, I watched it so much as a kid.
right?
There's so many different reasons I love it. But
Yeah,
we'll have to do a show on Phantasm specifically, and I want to see if I can get some people in on it.
yeah, absolutely.
Monster Squad.
I mean, we're going to touch a lot of different movies, but yeah, I remember. Just to go back to that, I just remember watching it and I was like, okay. I mean, I get it, and it's just like you were saying with Monster Squad. It just
It didn't
if
sound
you
like
don't,
you got it just now. Like you said, it sounded like you were shitting on it.
I wasn't shitting on it. It came out wrong. That's what happens when we just go off the cuff, Steve.
Okay, okay.
So you can't take back your words, I guess, right?
You need a notebook.
um, but yeah, it's just funny how you look at movies differently if you see them at a different time in your life, you know.
Yeah, I
And
agree with that. Do you know what a movie was that I didn't watch as a kid? I've never been really into clowns.
mhm.
Like they're just like meh, whatever. I liked it when I was a kid. I thought that was great. Tim Curry did an amazing job as Pennywise. But like clown stuff is just like meh, whatever. I didn't watch Killer Clowns from Outer Space until I was an adult. But that movie gave me very nostalgic vibes, and I
Mhm.
felt like it was something that I watched when I was a kid.
So so I was what you would consider what was I on the rich side of the tracks because my parents had HBO. So
Well, you lived in a house, so that was a start. You didn't grow up in an apartment or a duplex, so yeah.
but I saw Killer Clowns as a kid, and I loved it, and it
Dude,
was
going to
great.
your house was fucking crazy. You had the
Okay,
HBO, you had the aircraft carrier downstairs,
you make it sound like the house was barely 1,000 square feet. All right, let's get that
but it
straight.
was a house. Like it was,
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, yeah.
you had your own driveway. Like,
You had a driveway
yeah,
with
we
cra-
did.
with with crazy alien stones in the backyard.
I love the alien stones. You
You still
remember
have those?
begging for those?
Huh? Yeah.
We're getting off topic. Nobody's gonna know what the hell we're talking about.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is for us. Remember?
Yeah, all nine of my subscribers are gonna be like unsubscribe. I
No,
don't
eight
give
of
a
them
shit
because I'm
about
one
this.
of them.
Oh well, hey, so hopefully I
It'll,
get. Hopefully I still have one at the end of this.
we'll have one.
All right. So
But
yeah, dude, this is gonna be fun. Here's a quick intro. I'm
mhm.
Matt. That's Mike. We're gonna start Monster Kid podcast. I don't know if we're gonna call it Monster Kid podcast or if we're gonna go off of something else. We talked about doing like movie reviews
Mhm.
and calling it Midnight Crew Review,
Yep.
which I kind of like that name.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Um Monster Kid has had, I mean, it's not super original,
Well, no, but uh, it doesn't have to be.
but if we can like kind of make it our thing, which I kind of think we've started to,
Mhm.
trying to brand it the way we're trying to. I like the
Yeah,
logo.
and I think that the Monster Kid having to be Monster Kid Media is a good idea because then you can have a bunch of things under it, like the movie reviews or the interviews that we want to do with, like, the multi talented people that you've made contacts with, or people that are friends that are talented.
Yeah, any
Um,
artists I want to do. So we're gonna have to like come up with interview questions and whatnot. Um, filming locations.
yep.
We did very very early rough drafts. Was it last year?
Rough, rough draft.
Rough draft of the It Follows filming locations, which I love that film.
Hmm.
And we got to do a whole show on It Follows because there is a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
But we did the filming locations there. The audio is god awful.
It was windy, man. Hey, but you know what? I
And
think
the
that
dude
that
with the lawnmower just kept going. Like, can you give us a minute?
the mow lawn, man. What you gonna stop mowing for some weird kids coming into your neighborhood?
Maybe. Uh, so yeah, I don't know if maybe we should try to re-record that this year. I know it's
Um,
probably going to come up this summer.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
a day trip over to Detroit. I want to do like convention coverage,
Hmm.
Halloween, like was it Screamers, that Halloween store?
The Halloween store. Yep.
I would like to do like a walkthrough of places like that. It doesn't
Yeah.
particularly have to be Screamers or whatever.
Well, that other place too, that crazy uh place with all the old school.
Oh, like yeah, the pinball place or whatever, or
Well,
the
no, yeah. What was that one place in Detroit that had all the really old arcade games like that?
yeah.
What
I
was
don't
that
remember what
called?
it's called, but we'll
You
go
know,
there too. Yeah, I
you
know what
know.
you're talking about. Yeah, we spent an hour there. I remember. I'm not that old.
That place had a proctology game.
It did. So we got to do stuff like that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Media covers everything, so we're not like pigeonholed in the one thing.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to do this? Do you accept this challenge?
I, I do accept this challenge.
You're wearing the
I
shirt.
think
You better.
I know. I think the funny thing is that a lot of times, I mean, I think we'll have like a some sort of a plan, and we always go off on different tangents,
Yeah.
which is
One of my
fine.
favorite quotes is from Mike Tyson, and he said, "Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth." So we'll have a rough guideline or whatever,
Hmm.
and try to stick to it
Try.
and make it
And if,
entertaining.
and if any of your 9 subscribers have any suggestions,
Leave comments in the box. I probably won't listen to them. I
are
don't
you
care.
gonna do all? You gotta do all the tropes. Like when you leave, you gotta like put your hand over.
Oh, we could do that. I'll do the thing where like change clothes real quick
Yeah.
with the swipe. No, I think our YouTube video or our YouTube channel is I don't want to speak for you, but I don't really care. Like we have careers and jobs. We make our money
Yeah.
somewhere else. I don't care
Yeah.
if nobody watches this. This is really just for us.
Yeah. When we're like 80 and we're like, remember where we
And I'll say no, and you'll show me this video. And I'll be like, who
look at my
watched it?
chin. Like the camera. The camera chin. We'll
All
be
right.
looking at it like that.
uh listen, let's cut this is a long intro. Nobody gives a shit. This is
No.
video number 1.
Yeah, we just had to get it out there.
So
And
we'll
I'm
try to
sorry, I didn't mean to crap on Phantasm. I do like Phantasm.
we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna have a conversation.
I need to watch
I'm
it
not
again.
second guessing the idea of this podcast. I'm
Mhm.
second guessing our entire friendship.
Oh, okay.
So I want you to think about what you said.
I'll go back and listen to myself.
I want you to think about what you did.
About what you did. Look what you did, you little jerk.
There's gonna be a lot of 80s references too.
Yeah.
Home Alone, was that no, was that 90?
I think it was 90.
90 maybe.
Yeah, dude,
Yes.
that was a heck of a time, man. That was the year after Batman came out.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So we're at a weird generation where we're not really Gen X. We're not
Yep.
millennials. We're kind of our own thing where we kind of grew up without technology and learned it as we got older.
Yeah.
We still played
Mhm.
outside. So you're gonna hear a ton of 80s and 90s references. If you don't like that, you're gonna want to change the channel.
Yeah. All 9 of you. 8 of you.
All right.
I
So
have a feeling you're gonna double in subscribers from this video
oh, for sure.
because people are gonna be like, I can't believe that dude said what he said about Phantasm.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of hate for that. I'm gonna make sure of it. So
Look, man,
you
I,
deserve it.
I do. I do. It's, like I said.
All
It
right,
is what it
we're cutting this.
is.
Are you ready?
Huh? Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Don't,
Get your hand
oh,
up there.
don't.